today we are talking about 4 anti-inflammatory foods that will make you feel great and reduce that inflammation in your body and possibly reverse a lot of inflammatory diseases. Because a lot of diseases are from the food we eat, right? Anyway, I am Ahmed Ergin. I'm an endocrinologist, diabetes specialist, and a metabolism expert. So I like to give medical advice as well as holistic advice to my patients. And today we are going to dive into anti-inflammatory foods. Now, what is inflammation? Let's start with that first. I'm not going to take your time too much, but inflammation is your body's response to an injury. So let's say you cut your hand with a knife or something, you're going to have some redness, some swelling. Even if you didn't bleed, if you just hit your hand, you're going to have bruising. That is the inflammation where your body is sending a lot of military, the white blood cells and other inflammatory cytokines, that it becomes almost like a war zone. It's a very chaotic thing. Now, that is a local inflammation. Now think about that in a systemic way. If you have systemic inflammation, then your whole body is under attack, right? So, and some organs will end up failing because of that. Depends on your genetic makeup as well. So some people will eat inflammatory foods all the time and they will overall look healthy. They don't have diabetes, they don't have high blood pressure, they don't have kidney disease. You'll be like, how's that possible, right? Well, maybe they are prone to cancer. Maybe they are going to end up having cancer. So you cannot really judge people based on what they're eating, what they're going to have, and what they don't have. Some people may have diabetes early on, although they are eating healthy, just because of the genetic makeup. So there's a lot of factors influencing that. But the most important thing before we talk about the anti-inflammatory foods, I'm going to talk about the inflammatory foods, right? So why is it so important? Well, because if you're having constant inflammation in your body, introducing inflammatory foods to your body, even if you eat anti-inflammatory food, it's not going to help you much because your body is going to be busy dealing with that inflammatory food. So still, it's not a win-win situation. So let's talk about these inflammatory foods. Of course, the processed meats. Even the regular meats like steak and hamburger, if you're eating those a lot, you'll be in trouble eventually, just because the way they are cooked especially, which I'm going to talk in a second. But the sodas, the breads that are made from white flour, right? Commercially baked foods, all the trans fats on those things, right? So anything that is man-made typically have problems. Now, sometimes you have to buy those man-made things. And then you may think that they don't have a lot of sugar, but they actually have hidden sugars. And how do you identify them? Well, they may use different names for sugars to deceive you, right? So they may say, cane crystals and things like that. And you'll be like, oh, that sounds natural, but actually it is a sugar. So you may see things that ends with OSE or O's, like sucrose or stuff like that. Then or fructose, right? If you don't know what a word means, if it is ending with OSE, like O's, that's probably a sugar, so pay attention to that. Also, what makes a food inflammatory is the way you cook, right? So a lot of people think that the microwaving is really bad for you, which in reality is not. All it does is it moves the water molecules in a food, which causes a temperature change. But you know what's really worse? It's the grilling. Not the flat top. Flat tops are great, but anytime the fire really touches the meat and creates smoke, the oil that comes and drips and gets burned and the smoke goes right back up to the food. Well, it makes it taste good, but in reality, it is very, very carcinogenic. So you're thinking that you're grilling, you're doing great, you're health-wise, but actually you're introducing carcinogenic foods to your system, even if it is the healthiest meat that you think you're eating. Baking is also going to be very healthy. Even fast pan frying, for example, will be a lot better than deep frying. So never deep fry, for example. Steaming the vegetables are going to be your best bet to keep the vitamins in there, and keeping the vegetables kind of semi-raw is good because if you cook the vegetables too much, you're going to let the vitamins and everything go into water. Now, let's talk about these 4 anti-inflammatory foods. Number 1 is omega-3 fatty acids. So salmon. You should love salmon. If you don't love salmon, try other things. The mackerel, it could be sardines, it could be anchovies. And there are ways actually you can make them very palatable. And if you think about it, if you look at the food as a sustenance, maintenance, and what is good for you, then you should not be hung up on the taste as much. and you should really do what's right for you. But also, you can get omega-3 from walnuts, for example, or flax seeds, chia seeds, all those other things that you constantly remind yourself that if you do so, you will get a lot of omega-3, which is very good anti-inflammatory food. Number 2 is vitamin C. Now, vitamin C is extremely important. You don't want to excessively supplement vitamin C, but you should probably eat at least some citrus fruit, or if that's raising your blood sugar too much, make sure you can include, like for example, bell peppers. A lot of green leafy vegetables have a lot of vitamin C in them. Most people don't think about that, but they are full of the vitamin C as well. Make sure you don't drink orange juice though. When you make juice of anything, you basically stripe off the fiber, which is not going to help you at the end of the day, because you need those prebiotics for your intestinal health. Now, polyphenols is another one. That's the third one. Now, polyphenols come from a variety of foods. The diet richest in polyphenols is Mediterranean diet. That's why Mediterranean diet has been shown to be superior to any other diet for overall health outcomes. You may claim that keto diet may be better for seizures or for lowering the blood sugar, etc., but that is only focusing only on one part of health. When you look at longevity and overall health, Mediterranean diet will win because of all the good vegetables in there, all the nuts and seeds they eat in there, right? Even the fun stuff like coffee, black tea, dark chocolate, these all have polyphenols. So make sure you are filling yourself up with foods rich in polyphenol. And lastly, look for gut healthy foods. Now, what does gut healthy mean? That means that the food needs to have either prebiotic or probiotic. So prebiotics are the things that your body uses, your intestinal bacteria uses to thrive, the good bacteria. The probiotic is the active life cultures that actually come into you through the diet, like through kefir, yogurt, and certain fermented products. Now, not every fermented product will have active life culture. So when you look at the label, look at that word, active life cultures will be great probiotic. But the prebiotics is going to feed the good bacteria, but also help produce the good bacteria as well in your system, because healthy gut means healthy body and healthy brain. So without a healthy gut, you cannot really achieve all of your health goals. So these are the 4 anti-inflammatory foods. So let me know what are your favorites. Let us know what you think is really good. Anything that I missed, please write in the comment section. But we really like to learn from you, and I will be happy to respond as much as I can. And before you go, remember to visit SugarMDs.com. Check out, we have a lot of free things, free books, a lot of good supplements as well. So we'll see you there, and I'll talk to you later. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this channel so far, and I hope you subscribed already. If you didn't, do it. And if you did, watch this video right there. I think that will help you too.